Hello, fellow student teachers. The first question is, what part of this course was the most helpful in preparing you for EdTPA? And hands down for me was the understanding the rubric levels tasks. As the whole entire time I was preparing my portfolio, I used those videos where it really breaks down the rubrics and it shows you someone else's work and shows how they could have done better, how they could have gotten a lower score. And I used that the entire time because I think it really did a good job of breaking down how someone could get a 3, a 4, a 5 or higher, and what specifically was needed for each of those rubrics in order to get a higher score. And I used that throughout my entire time through my portfolio. It really helped me to understand more of what was expected and how to get a better score ultimately and what the scorers are looking for in your portfolio. The next question, how did EdTPA help you make connections to what is required of you in the classroom? For me, the one that really stuck with me was the math portion. I know that's the first one that we completed, but really having to go in and see what each student of your sample students, what they were struggling with specifically, whether it was procedurally or if they were just struggling with mathematical reasoning. That part to me was a huge eye-opener of like how you can sit with a student and dissect what exactly they're struggling with and figure out how you can help that struggle, whether it may be one or more. But you can sit with them and really figure out, okay, this is where they're struggling, let's figure out how to fix that. And that really helped me because if you're looking at your students and trying to figure out, okay, they are struggling with this concept, how can I help them? Unless you know what specifically they're struggling with, there's no way that you can really pinpoint and with enough time, because we're not gonna have that much time as teachers, but where you can really pinpoint and say, okay, this is how I can address this and this is how I can fix this. That was super helpful for me and made me realize how I can really utilize that type of thinking to help my students as quickly as possible too, and really be able to pinpoint where they're struggling. What aspect of student teaching had the biggest impact on your life? A lot. I was in a Title I school. I'm actually still going in. This is the end of, I've already finished my last day, but I'm still going in to help. And one thing that was huge in this school was behavior problems. And I went in thinking that I had like a little bit of a grasp on behavior management and realized very quickly that I do not. And nor was I prepared for the types of behaviors I was going to experience in the classroom. But I will say I quickly learned how to be a better person when it comes to behavior management and how to really like build the rapport with your kids while also being able to give them structure and be able to manage those behaviors. That it's very difficult, and I think all of us will definitely be practicing this, whether you're already in your career or not. We'll be practicing this throughout our career and be learning constantly. That was a huge impact and definitely helps me to feel more prepared, but also just realizing how much teachers really do. It's so much more than I ever thought, and knowing that as a teacher, we are really going to mold children's minds, and we are the people that they look to, and we are the safe space for them. So it's pretty amazing. Do you feel prepared to lead your own classroom? Yes and no. I do feel prepared. I just think as a first year teacher, you need to have a support system and be able to have people that you can lead on, because I don't know that you're ever fully prepared until you've had your first full year. So I do feel prepared, and I feel like I have really good support system, but I know that I will definitely need help. But I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm really excited. I wish all of you guys luck in your future careers or your current careers, and happy graduation.